It's something that until, I got into the league rookie year that I didn't realize how hard it was to win in the league. It's something to be proud of, but the best part is everybody in there is like, yeah, 10 wins, but we're on to the next one. It's something to, notch on the belt, but then move on because we're not done yet. And that's the best part about this team, which I keep stating about them, is they're just on to the next one.
Everybody around you guys in the playoff picture won today. Were you aware of that? Was there any chatter about that, knowing how important? I mean, you guys knew this game was important anyway, but did it become any more magnified based on whatever else happened today?
No, we're in the mentality right now. We control our own destiny, singular focus. Doesn't matter what else happens. As long as we take care of our business, we'll be where we want to be. And so that's all we can do right now.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, Tom. Nate Ulrich is next.
Hey, Baker, obviously a huge game in prime time, and Kevin Stefanski named you captain. What did that mean to you?
It's a big honor. He decided early in the year to go a game captain every week until potential playoffs. And so it's a big thing for me coming off, the stretch of games that we're continuing to build and improve. And I feel like I'm gaining more confidence and our team's getting more confidence. So for him to do that in a primetime game is great. So it's a great thing to have.
Does it add any juice for you when you find that out?
No, I'm not trying to do too much. Like I've told you guys before, just doing my job, continuing to get the ball out and just lead these guys, be authentic. You don't have to be a game captain to lead, and that's the best part about this team.
Thank you, Nate. We'll go to Steve Dorshik.
Colt McCoy did a pretty good job keeping them, in the game early. But three questions, I guess. What your views of Colt being able to keep them in the game? They're going for it for those 2 fourth down things. How surprising that might have been, and the how important it was for you personally to stay poised while they were still in a real tense game there early on.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you'll look at the game afterwards and realize the red zone efficiency, our defense making those stops is extremely important. And we were 3 for 3 in the red zone. So, Colt's a winner. He always has been. I grew up in Austin, watched him play at Texas. He's a winner. So he's going to always have whatever team he's playing for in the game. And so we just have to, stay in there and realize that as long as we don't go chasing waterfalls, we're going to be in the game.
Our next question goes to Scott Petrick.
Hey, Baker. 2 95-yard drives is tough to do. Did you know it was going to be a methodical game like that? And then how gratifying is it to have 2 drives like that?
Yeah, no, we knew from film study that they're a big zone team, especially with a couple guys out in the secondary that they were going to have to play a little bit more zone coverage and rely on that front. But, we got our guys in the right spots and just those, one play at a time mentality, those long drives and just continuing to overcome either penalties or eliminating negative plays. And I'm very proud of our guys for just hanging in there.
Thanks.
Thank you, Scott. Next is Mary Kay Cabot.
Hey, Baker, just wondering about the play action. I mean, it almost looks like it's easy. It just looks like it's going so well. So why is it going so well? And are you guys, it just seems like you're using it so much more than you did earlier on in the season. And it really gets your confidence going, it appears.
Yeah, we've established the run game so well. And these guys up front, obviously, playing so well. Our backs are playing well. It takes everybody in the run game to be able to block. And so just to be able to marry that up with the pass game, make it all look similar, it's just it clears things up, and our guys are getting open. So that makes my job easy.
And then when a guy like Jarvis makes a contested catch like he did like that against Julian there, that 22-yarder, I mean, does that also make your job easy when you have, guys like that can make receptions like that?
Yeah, we don't want no scrubs. I mean, we got some dogs outside. So we got guys that we're very proud of.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mary Kay. Jeff Shadell, you have our next question.
Baker, you talked about your protection, but could you specifically talk about Nick Harris stepping in there after Chris gets hurt?
Yeah, I said a little bit post game to Michelle, but you hate to have somebody go down. We love Hub. Hub's a team first guy always. He's a guy that stepped in time and time again for us. But the way Nick Harris stepped up and played guard, he's our backup center. For him to be able to step up and play a different position is tremendous. And so that just, hats off to him for having mentally being ready and then being able to come out there and play well.
Thanks, Jeff. Our next question goes to Fred Greetham.
Hey, Baker, I mean, you spread the ball around, I think 8 different guys tonight. Is that just a testament how comfortable you are, you know, and looking around, finding the open guy and hitting him?
Yeah, I mean, we're not trying to force the ball to anybody. Trusting the progression, trusting the play calls, taking what's there, and keep the chains moving. Eliminate negative plays, and just let these guys make plays. We got great players outside.
We'll go to Nate Ulrich next.
Hey, Baker, I wanted to ask you about the sequence leading up to your final touchdown. You guys had a couple penalties there when you were knocking on the door of the end zone. And instead of letting that, make you settle for 3, you guys were just able to keep fighting, and then Chubb gets in. What does that say about you guys? And is that, does that have something to do, or is that emblematic of kind of the growth that you guys have had here as an offense?
It goes back to, laying down the foundation of this team. Resilience is one of the things we wanted to do. And yeah, every once in a while, if stuff's not going to go your way, you're going to get knocked back, and you got to creep back in and be able to overcome those penalties.
Next is Zach Jackson.
Baker, I just want to ask you to take us through the touchdown to Jarvis. Where you're looking initially, what you see, and then ultimately him going up and making a great catch.
Yeah. First read's actually David Njoku. I saw him stumble a little bit. It's a crossing pattern in man coverage. So when I saw David stumble, got my eyes off him, moved on to Jarvis. And Jarvis is a guy that you just give him a chance. He's going to make a great play. And then looking back at the pictures of it, David wound up getting his feet together and being wide open. But our guys make plays, and we're going to trust them to do that every time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Zach. Mary Kay Cabot has our next question.
Yeah, Baker, when Miles just came in to talk to us, he was struggling to catch his breath. Said he just got over a coughing fit, and he confided in us on Friday that he's still doing breathing treatments and he's really struggling out there. So what does it say about him that he's going out there and trying to leave it all out on the field when you guys know and everybody knows that he's really battling through this?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Miles continues to be a leader for us. He's our Walter Payton Man of the Year for our team. He's an extremely good leader on and off the field. Obviously, his play speaks for itself, but he wants to be out there whenever he can. No matter what, being 100% or not, he wants to be out there. And he's the best pass rusher in the league, and people are always trying to chip him and double team him. Trying to prevent him from making plays, but he continues to just work extremely hard. And we're proud to have him on the team.
Is it hard for you to hear him go through a coughing fit like that and to see him kind of having a tough time?
I didn't really notice it too much. Besides that, I was listening to the end of his presser. I understand, he's a guy that those little spurts, those 5-yard, 10-yard bursts where he's having to go full speed every play. That's not easy. I mean, I'm not one to really know exactly what he's going through. I haven't been in his shoes, but I get tired when I chase down Nick. So I know his job isn't easy.
Thanks, Mary Kay. We'll take 2 more. Doug Lesmerises, Scott Petrick. Doug, go ahead.
Baker, each team only had 7 possessions tonight because you guys held the ball so long on some of those really long drives you put together. Just what's it like when you're moving down the field like that and stringing together play after play on a long drive? How comfortable is this offense on a drive like that?
Our guys are extremely comfortable. For them to be able to continue to make these plays and, like we said earlier, overcome some of the penalties or negative plays and push forward and convert some very critical third downs. When you don't have that many possessions, these third downs are extremely important. And also the red zone efficiency is very important. When you get down there, we talked about it pregame, we needed 7 points, not field goals. So, and we were able to accomplish that in defense, vice versa, stop them from getting touchdowns in the red zone.
Thanks, Doug. The last one is Scott Petrick.
Hey, Baker, was it weird facing Freddie in the role that he wound up playing tonight? And did you talk to him at all?
I talked to him post-game. Not weird. I mean, I appreciate Freddie. I continue to talk to him every once in a while. He's lost some weight. He looks good. So proud of him.
What was the conversation like?
Just how you doing? Normal checkups. We talk